So this is not an antique, but it's at home and I want to repair it and make good use of it. I think there's something wrong with one of the legs. So I'm going to need help with that because there are some nails that need coming out and some more going in, so I need help for that. And then it's just a matter of cutting the panels and placing them well so it turns out okay. So this is the leg that's from, and it's because this piece of wood is no longer attached to the armchair. It came with some really huge staples, like sort of staples, naily ones. At some point they broke and someone tried to reattach it with some nails, but badly placed and still didn't work. So I really need to use this bit of wood because it has the screw or the thing where the leg goes in, and if not, it's going to be a headache. This is what we have to achieve on this side, but the problem is this nail here that someone put in to try to fix it, but it's all curled in, so we couldn't get rid of it. But it's not a problem because the piece of wood sits right on it, so it won't be a problem. It's good, we thought we wouldn't be able to do it because this bit of wood, it's a bit ripped down that end, and I think it's because whoever tried to fix it before us nailed it a bit too far and the wood is a bit damaged. So the best thing would be to put a new one in, but right now it's okay, it won't come off. It's quite sturdy, so now it's the upholstery time. Okay, so it's already fixed and cleaned, so let's start to upholster. This is the fabric I'm going to use. I have a lot. It's a really good quality upholstery fabric that my mother-in-law gave me, so I'm going to make good use of it. And the plan is to trace all the different panels, sew them together and put it as if it were a cover, and then upholster at the bottom. The piece of material is in pieces, so I'm going to try and use them all, or make the less mess as possible. So I'm going to use this first bit for the seat, and I'm going to mark where the seams will be, so it takes shape. And if we do this with on the wrong side, it'll be better because it's already marked. Coffee time! I'm going to trace now these front bits and the arms, this longer bit. And because I'm tracing it on the fabric itself and on the wrong side, so it's easier and it's already marked to sew, see how if I do it here, this shape, then when I put it on the right side, it will be the other one. Do I explain myself properly? So you have to be careful with that. If it drays on the wrong side, one side, when you turn it, the drawing will be for the other one. There's enough material for 3 more sofas. I have my pattern, I don't know if you can see, and I'm going to cut. Take into account, this is just me improvising. This is not professional. So we can start guessing now. That's good. So now I'm going to pin it all together and try not to mess it up when I'm sewing it. Ooh, it looks sharp. I'm so glad. So after just looking at it for a while, I came to the conclusion that if I want to do the side panel in one piece, I have to sew the wings first. So I'm going to do the same, trace it and sew it to this bit, so then I can sew it all together. Even though you see a lot of fabric here, it has to be like that because here we'll have to pleat it in order to sew the side panel because of the curvature it has. And the side that has to be flat is this one, the inside. And this is my new seam. Looking good. Same. Let's cut the excess and then sew. This is my new seam, looking good. So before reinforcing it, I'm going to do the same with the other side, and once I try it all together, I'll do that. If you're afraid of your fabric moving while sewing, one trick is to work from your corner. If I know this is my corner, I can sew one side first and then the other. Really happy about how it's turning out. It's been 2 hours so far to make this front bit, and now I'm going to go upstairs and feed the baby And then later I'll reinforce these seams so they are strong and sturdy, and cut the side bits and sew them together. Before I cut the panels and I take these off of the chair, I want to make some pleats here on the wings where the side panels are going to be sewn. I'm going to try and center the pattern so it doesn't look twisted. Just try. Now all the front is made, I'm going to take it off and trace the back. I know I'm going to have to sew a bit by hand, but the part that goes on the machine, I don't want to move around. Super happy with the result. I managed to sew the cover in one piece and slip it in somehow. The original plan was to leave one side open and then sew it by hand with my curved needle, but I thought, well, I can sew it all, and then if I have to rip it out a little and then sew it by hand, it's no problem. So I tried and I could, so that's good. And now I'm going to staple in the bottom and do the cushion. And when you upholster something, remember to always start in the middle and then go to the sides, so you don't get any wrinkles. And when we get to a corner, it's like wrapping a present. We get to one end staple and then wrap the other end on top. Así. Entonces, so the cushion is a foam covering a bathing, and it's folded here in the front corners, and I'm going to just cut this excess so it's as square as possible. It doesn't look bulky that way. For the cushion, I'm going to do the same as I did with the whole armchair, which is just trace the shape and cut it and sew it. It won't have a zipper or anything in it, it will just be a whole thing. And I still have all this left. God. And this last bit will have to be by hand. This armchair had been at home for so many years, I can't even think how long. So it's really good that at last it has its skin back and it can be placed somewhere in the house. I don't know where exactly, but the good thing is that the fabric is very discreet. It's green, but it's not bright green, and it has this cool design that I don't think it goes out of fashion. What I did is not exactly upholstery, it's more of like a cover, because I only staple in the bottom. Normally you have sides, but this is whole, and the back as well. So I didn't have many places to put staples in, or glue, or do it properly. But I think it's good. I think it turned out really good for what it was. The only thing I'm not quite happy about is this little corner. I think I was short with fabric. I think I needed 2 centimeters more, and you can tell because it's a bit tight here. But anyway, you have to learn somehow, don't you? So I hope you've enjoyed it and you get yourself some fabric and upholster something at home. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And see you in the next one. Bye!